நம்ம சேனல்ல we started to see the general awareness topics. The reason for covering this general awareness topic is to attend any Union Public Service Commission exam or TNPC exams or any bank exam and central university exams, any competitive exams. So on that list, today's topic, what we are going to see is Communist Party of India. The reason why we want to look at the Communist Party of India is recently you might have read in the papers that it has reached 100 years of its foundation. Okay. Actually, the Communist Party of India was founded at 1925 December, okay, in a conference called the Kanpur Conference. So this is one of the questions which may appear for any entrance exams or any competitive exams, a potential question. When Communist Party of India was founded? It was founded in 1925 December, Kanpur Conference. Okay. So before going into the other some of the important facts about Communist Party of India, we have to understand what is the basic of this communism. Okay, there is another potential question: what are the basis of communism? What is the political origin of communism? So the political origin of communism, the first one is French Revolution. The second one is Karl Marx theory. Okay, when we are talking about communism, we can't miss Karl Marx. And the third one is the Russian shift. I call it as a Russian shift, or in some words, we call it as a Russian Revolution or Bolshevik Revolution. And the fourth important for Communist Party of India is Lenin's blueprint. Okay, so these are the four major political background of communism. Okay, so what is French Revolution? Basically, French Revolution, we don't want to go inside French Revolution, but basically the French Revolution is a place where there was industrial inequality between the monarchs and the republicans. Okay, so the monarchs and republicans were actually fighting with each other because of the industrial inequality. So that is French Revolution. That is one of the reason for forming a communism in the forming the ideology of communism. The second one is Karl Marx theory. What Karl Marx told was, or what he predicted was, in a Western nation, okay, Western industrialized nation, where there is a capitalism, okay, where there is a capitalism, other than முதலாளித்தனம் சொல்லுவாங்க, where there is a capitalism, there will be a fight and there will be a socialism, there will be a revolt, and in that particular industrialized economy, there will be a formation of socialism. So that's what Karl Marx was saying. Okay, and that's the second prediction which forms the basis of communism. And the third one is Russian Revolution or the Bolshevik Revolution, which happened in the year 1917. Okay, so in the year 1917, there was a big revolution happened in Russia, and the czars were removed, and there was a formation of a communism government. Okay, but there was a major difference between this Karl Marx prediction and Russian shift. The reason is Karl Marx predicted the communism can prevail only in an industrialized economy, but the Russian shift told it is actually the communism can happen in an agrarian economy as well. அதாவது விவசாயத்தில் கூட நம்ம there could be a revolution happen. Okay, விவசாயத்தில் முதலாளித்தனம் இருக்கும்போது அந்த இருக்கிற தொழிலாளர்கள்லாம் சண்டை போட்டு பொது உடைமை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு விஷயம் வரலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ப்ரூவ் பண்ணது தான் ரஷ்யன் ஷிஃப்ட், which is very important for the basis of communism ideology. And the fourth one is Lenin's blueprint. What Lenin told was, he developed a blueprint called as Lenin's liberation tool. Okay, this liberation tool was mainly used by Communist Party of India to fight against the British imperialist. So these are the four important political origin for communism. Now let's see some of the key milestones of Communist Party prior to independence. Right? I mean, it was year 1929. Okay, there was an important event which actually made Communist Party very famous in India, which is called as Meerut Conspiracy. Okay, so in this particular conspiracy, Meerut Conspiracy, there was around some 32 Communist Party members who have been imprisoned because of the railway strikes, and there were a lot of court proceedings. And actually, Communist Party of India, what they did was they utilized the court proceedings to propagate their party. Okay, which was actually successful, and it actually reached the mass. Okay, and that's how it became. The Communist Party of India became very famous because of this Meerut Conspiracy. And what happened next was in 1930, CPI made a joined hand with the Congress Socialist Party. Okay, I'll just call it a CSP, Congress Socialist Party. Okay, and they were actually both joined hands to fight against the British imperialism, and they called this as a united front. This is another important topic, united front. Okay, but what happened was in the year 1939 this united front was collapsed. Okay, because they had a front collapse. I'll just call it united front collapse because they had a difference of opinion with the Congress party. The Communist Party of India had a difference of opinion with the Congress party, and the united front collapsed in the year 1930. Some of the other important milestones of Communist Party of India, one being the peasants uprising, அதாவது விவசாயிகள் போராட்டம். It happens between 1946 to 51 at different places across India. There was a lot of peasant uprising. They were supporting the farmers. The important being Tebaga movement, okay, and Telangana Armed Force. These are some of the peasant uprising that happened, or that was done actually by Communist Party of India, which actually changed some of the political nature in India. Actually, these two topics are pretty important. And in 1957, this is a very important milestone for Communist Party of, not only for India, for the entire communism, because India is the first country where in which they elected Communist Party democratically. Even in Russian Revolution didn't happen. Russian, it was a revolution, and they killed. It was a bloodbath. Okay, the Russian Revolution. But India is the first place, and Kerala is a place where they elected communism in a democratic manner in the year 1957, which is important, a potential question. And that was and the man behind it was Mr. EMS Namboodiripad. Okay, he was the person elected leader of Communist Party of India in Kerala. And after that only, actually the communism flourished. I mean, it came into government in the places like Calcutta and Tripura. So another important milestone is 1964. This is where the Communist Party of India divided into two. One is Communist Party of India, another one is Communist Party of India Marxist. That happened in 1964 because the Communist Party of India was Marxist, was actually backed by Russians. Okay, they had that Russian ideology, and whereas Communist Party of India, they had that Indian flavor and all those things. So there was some ideologically difference between happened in the year 1964, and because of that it was split. And if even today this communist CPIM, okay, Communist Party of India Marxist, actually they think that, I mean, they say that Tashkent chapter that happened in 1920 in Russia, USSR, was the foundation of communism. Okay, wherein with CPI, Communist Party of India, they say that 1925 is the actual foundation, happened in Kanpur Conference. So these are some of the important topics that you can actually read about communism. And since Communist Party of India has reached that milestone of 100 years, I thought of telling this because I saw in some of the newspapers, in some of the competitive exam books, that this topic is being discussed and is a potential topic for your entrance exams. Every video we will propose a book, and today's book, what we are going to propose is same about Communism in India, written by Vidyut Chakravarti. It actually lists down all the events, its ideologies, and a lot of things about what happened in communism in India. Okay, so it's a very good book, but konja price band is little higher, konja higher irukum. So if you're able to get this book in discounted price in book fair, or if you're able to get in some library, I think this is a very good book to refer. Thanks for watching this video. Until we see in the next video, keep learning, happy learning. Thank you.